Good morning. This is Dr. Timothy Scott Beck here at LifePoint Medical. It's June the 3rd of 2024. Good morning to you. Happy Monday morning. I hope you're enjoying your life and this weather and everything else we're getting plenty of. The rainy season is definitely upon us. But I want to go ahead and talk to you about what we're doing over here in the office. So, we always ask for feedback from patients, and we try to figure out if there's any consistent problems that deserve attention or whatever. Some of the stuff we can't do nothing about. Some of the things people tell us about because of insurance companies or Medicare or whatever won't let us do what we need to. But I do listen to you, and I wanted to tell you about some of the ways that I'm changing things around here to accommodate you. So number one, we had a complaint not too long ago about we wasn't answering the phones, or wouldn't answer them fast enough, or there was communication problems. Now, granted, we only have like 3 lines coming into the office, and we get maybe anywhere from 50 to 100 phone calls an hour sometimes, so it's a little hard. But I got my staff trying to pick that phone up in 3 rings to try to get to you. And if you don't get picked up in 3 rings, you definitely know our lines are overwhelmed. But the other thing people were complaining about was at our check-in process, and they felt like we were having too many lines out there, and it was jamming up the check-in and the check-out processes were getting jammed up. So this weekend, I've put new windows in so that we've got double check-in and double check-out available now, so that more staff members will be able to help you check in. So I suspect that it's going to make the check-in process a lot smoother. And like I said, it will allow us to adjust to capacity as some of our busier times when we're working. So that's one thing that I did, is people wanted a better check-in process. I stopped, thought about it, invested in making that change for you. And let's see how that works out, because it does get crowded up there. I get it. So we're going to be able to do a little bit more efficiently. So the third thing was, one thing that I heard lots of people comment about or complain about was, they come in here, they never see me. They always see somebody else besides me. And I get that to a certain degree, but I also understand, I'm in the background trying to make everything work just right. And there's a lot of implications to, if it was just me by myself working, what would that look like? Would it look different? And it definitely would, because I would never have the amount of patients that I would be able to take care of would be about a quarter of what we currently take care of. So I didn't want to go back to just me doing it by myself. Plus, I will tell you, working by yourself like that, unless you have a really special way of doing it, it's not a good long-term plan. In other words, the burnout rate and the difficulty in doing that all by yourself is just off the chart. So what I've done is I've hired another physician extender. Luckily, it's somebody that I know very well. His name's John Williams, and he'll be starting next week. Most of y'all know John. John's worked with me before. John took a hiatus from us, but he wants to come back, and we've hired him. So next week we'll be starting, and I'll have a full set of nurse practitioners and PAs working for me, or a full set from what I have estimated with our capacity, with the number of patients that we have, and what we can legitimately take care of. So with John coming on board, my job is going to be to see as many patients per day as I can. In other words, I've been seeing patients personally and kind of covering the other nurse practitioners and PAs. When they see patients, now I'm just going to be covering the nurse practitioners and PAs. So my goal is, if you come in this office, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to lay hands on you. I'm going to look at your chart. However, everybody will see a nurse practitioner or a PA, and then I will augment their visit to the level at which I need to. Maybe it's just a thumbs up, but maybe it's a really hard question, or maybe they're having problems adjusting medications appropriately, or they have something that they're having trouble diagnosis, and I'm going to go in there and use my experience with them to get you the best care we can. Okay, and what that's going to do, it automatically takes and puts me in a higher level of acuity when it comes to my patients. In other words, I'm looking for the sickest patients in general. Those are the people that I want to see when they come in here. The people who have critical issues going on, those are the people that I want to see when I come in here. Maybe but on the other side, there might be patients who come in who just needed a medication management issue or just needed a check-in and they didn't need to see me, don't want to see me, which is okay too. But I'm going to try to make myself available for all the patients all the time. Now, I do have other things that pull me away from the office, and I'm very peculiar about those things. I don't let a lot of stuff pull me away from this office, but realistically, there is things that I have to do, like go on vacation or take care of my family or do something where I can't be here. And the cool thing about that is nothing changes. The party still goes on whether I'm here or not. And you guys know I've had family emergencies, and you didn't have to worry about whether my office was open or not. We're still open. We were still working. It's just I had to be done. Now be gone. The other thing about this is I'm going to be working and training these PAs and nurse practitioners every single day on the way I do things. Okay, and I'm going to be training you and the patient and the nurse practitioners on, hey, this is the blood pressure medicine that I think we should use because it is good, or maybe tolerate it well, whatever. So it's going to be a dynamic learning situation. I think it's the highest level of care that we can deliver to this community in the most professional way, where we are sustainable, where we're reactive to the community. In other words, if you need help, we're going to get you in here, we're going to get you seen, and I got my people helping me so that it's done in a great, efficient manner with the highest level of safety and redundancy as we can. Because all of these nurse practitioners and PAs that I've got hired are completely capable of practicing independently. They don't need me, okay? But I'm going to be there, and we're going to try to make this thing as best we can with what we have in this community. Because I made a video not too long ago saying, hey, I've got the amount of patients I need. Now we're going to figure out how we're going to do this better. And this is what the stuff I've been coming up with. And I'm listening to you and doing the best I can to provide you with the services that you deserve and should want or need. Okay. Thank you so much for listening to me. Remember, our number is 706-782-0016. We're here for you on a daily basis. And we ask that you give us a call if you need help. And we will get you taken care of as soon as possible. Thank you for listening to me. Have a wonderful week.